worry, you won't melt, Christina's mother says. And please put Sunny outside. Who do you think Sunny is?
The doggy.
The dog.
Yeah.
Christina and her brother take a bucket out of the tool shed and walk over to the garden. Something brown streaks across the yard. Christina! A bunny, Jeremy whispers, pointing toward the garden gate. They're cute, Jeremy, but bunnies eat anything that is green in the garden.
Carrot.
So the bunnies are going to eat something green in the garden. What can you think about? What can you think of that's green, that's in the garden? Lariah, can you please just raise your hand if you want to turn to talk? Thank you. Hi. What's green that's in the garden? Leaves? That could be green. Romeo, what's green that's in the garden?
Green beans.
Green beans? What's green that's in the garden, Augusta?
No green beans.
Augusta's the speaker. No, there's no power pellets in the garden. Nathaniel, what's green that's in the garden? How about, Kai said leaves, flowers? It could be flowers.
Like green flowers.
Like green flowers, yeah. So let's keep going. In a few minutes, it stops drizzling. Raindrops cling to the poppies. A visitor darts from blossom to blossom, sucking nectar from the flowers. Christina looks down into a large sunflower. Something's been eating the seeds in the middle of this flower. I wonder, who's been here? Who do you think that is? That's sucking the nectar from these flowers. Nathaniel.
A bee.
A bee. Do we agree that it could be a bee? Yeah? Okay, well let's see. A chipmunk.
A chipmunk.
A chipmunk. Chipmunk.
Why chipmunk eat flowers?
I guess it sucks the nectar out. Pussy, wait just a second, okay? Christina walks down a row of tomato plants. This one looks good, she says, bending to pick up a tomato. Sunny looks at it too. I'll pick you another one, Sunny. This is for Mom, she says. Christina, Jeremy says, looking closely at the tomato plants, part of the leaf is gone. Who's been here?
The flower.
Who's been here eating part of the tomato plant?
The chipmunk. A chipmunk.
We're gonna guess it's another chipmunk?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see. A tomato hornworm.
A tomato worm?
He must love tomatoes, right? What do you think that the tomato hornworm eats? Kai.
Do you have two heads?
A tomato hornworm would probably eat tomatoes, you think? Let's see. I think so. Jeremy picks some lettuce. Somebody's already had dinner, Christina says, standing over some nibbled greens. I know who was hungry, Jeremy says. Who's been here?
A squirrel?
Oh. What animal do you think that would eat lettuce?
A squirrel. A squirrel.
Are we going to say a squirrel?
A bunny.
A
bunny.
cottontail rabbit. Lariah was right. It was a rabbit. Christina crouches down and picks a large cucumber from the patch. Hey, Sunny, don't step on the cucumber. Jeremy comes over and looks at the leaf. His brother runs his fingers along the shiny line. The line stops in the middle of the leaf. It's slimy, he says. Nicolette, please don't. Who's been here? Who's been here to leave slime on the... A snake? We're going to say a snake? What do you...
I know.
Nathaniel, what?
A snail.
A snail?
No, it's
And there is a snake, but the insect that left the slime is a slug.
Yeah, it's like a slug, like go fast.
They picked some ears of corn and dropped them into the bucket. Christina, Jeremy says, I see a brown and yellow snake. Hillary, show me good sitting. Leave it alone, Jeremy. It's probably a garter, and they are not very friendly. Christina does not notice that the husks on the ear of the corn have been shredded. The insides of some of the kernels have been pecked out. Who's been here?
Snake.
So what kind of animal is going to pick out the corn ears, the pieces of corn? Say a snake. What kind of animal picks? Kai.
A crab.
A crab, okay.
A crabby pig.
They do. But what kind of animal would be in a garden that would pick?
A snake.
A snake? Nathaniel.
And then a snake.
A snake? Do snakes eat corn though? Romeo.
Kids eat corn.
They do, but what kind of animal could pick out the corn? Augusta. Maybe a horse? Well, let's see. It's a crow. He's been picking out the corn with his beak. Yeah. Jeremy reaches up and snaps beans off the vines. They are sweet. As Christina helps him gather beans, she wonders out loud. Look at this empty space. What happened to the plants? Who's been here? What do you think could have made that empty space in the vines? Which animal?
A crow.
Hmm?
A mouse. A mouse. A mouse.
A mouse? Why would you say a mouse?
That's on its tail.
Where's the tail?
Right in there.
Where? Oh, on the next page? That is some creative thinking. It was a deer mouse. Romeo's thinking ahead. Okay. I'm hungry, Christina says as she sits down in the garden. Let's eat this carrot, Jeremy says. Look at that carrot top, Christina says. Someone cut it, her brother says. It hasn't been cut off, Christina realizes. It's been chewed off. Who's been here? Who do we think would chew off the top of a carrot?
A rabbit.
It could be a rabbit, and how would you know it could be a rabbit?
Because rabbit eat carrots.
Because rabbits eat carrots? How else could we know? Do we say it's a rabbit?
Yeah.
It's a woodchuck.
Woodchuck.
A woodchuck.
A woodchuck?
What is a woodchuck? Jeremy, I think we've had enough vegetables for 2 dinners, Christina says. The children pick hollyhocks for their mother. These are hollyhocks, they're flowers. Christina, Jeremy whispers and points to a hole in the ground. Who's been there? Who has been in that hole in the ground? Nathaniel? A worm? That's a good guess. Anybody else? What could be in the hole in the ground? Kai. I can't hear you, my dear. A snail. Alejandro. A snake. Romeo. Ants. Augusta.
Like this, it looks like a snake on my knee.
A bee? Okay. It's a mole. Do you see the mole? Moles dig. Moles dig in the ground too. And you had a very good guess. It could have been a snake. It could have been a snail. It could have been a worm because they all dig underground. Those were really good guesses.
And you're gonna say an ant.
And an ant. It could have been an ant too. But we're looking for a hole in the ground, one that we can see. All right, let's finish this up. Jeremy and his sister walk back to the house with a bucket filled with vegetables and flowers. Race you, Sonny, Jeremy yells. Watch me, Jeremy, I can do a handstand. Jeremy stops at the peach tree. Someone has left 3 plates and a pitcher of milk on the table. Sonny wags his tail. Jeremy looks around and wonders, who's been here? Who do we suppose went to the table and set that table?
Mom.
Nathaniel.
Mom.
Who's that?
Mom.
It does look like it was his mom. She looks like she's got some cookies. Yeah? Cool. Awesome job. Now, after we're reading this, tell me some ways that the rabbit, where are we at? Here we are. Tell me some ways that the rabbit eats the food. What part of the plant does the rabbit eat?
Carrots.
Nathaniel. He eats the leaves? He eats it for food? Yeah? What do crows eat? What were the crows eating? Romeo.
The corn.
Romeo, what did we say that the crow was eating?
He was eating with his cheese.
Well, yeah, but he was eating the seeds of the corn, right? So some animals eat the seeds while other ones eat the leaves, right? So what would the cow eat? Would the cow eat a seed or would he eat like the leaves or the grass? The grass? Would we expect that the cow would eat like the corn seeds?
No.
No? No? Okay. What types of things do we eat? Can we eat leaves?
No.
You don't eat salad?
I eat salad.
Yeah? If you eat salad, raise your hand if you eat salad. So we eat leaves? How many of you